Hi, my name is Noel Davis with World Composting, and today we're going to cover bin number 1. This is our 10-gallon tote that has a lot of material in it. We're trying to get it ready for harvest, so I'm trying not to add more bedding to it. It probably needs a little bit more food, as it's been quite a bit since we've done the last update. I'll show the dates later when we get to the bin itself. But it's been a while, and I definitely think it's going to need some more food. I have had a little bit more fruit fly activity in my basement lately, so we'll see how it's doing with that as well. I'm hoping that there's really nothing in there, but I haven't opened it to check. So let's go and take a look. All right, so as you can see, our last update was on 5/18, and today is 6/3, or June 3rd. So that is 16 days right there. So 16 days since our last update, so it's a little bit over a week. First off, moisture on the top, and it looks pretty decent. It doesn't look too bad. A little bit of moisture, meaning that there's, abundance of, not an abundance, but enough moisture in here to definitely keep everything moist. Now, as far as the bin itself, overall, it looks pretty good. I do see one worm crawling up the side right here. So, and I do see a fruit fly coming out of there. Hopefully, we won't see too many of those. As I said, we have had a little bit of issues with fruit flies again. I'm hoping that that's just a temporary thing. I have noticed my light that I have that was given to me from PowBuzz has been working actually for killing them. But anyhow, let's dig down in here and take a look. And I'm guessing this is where we last fed. This material is pretty thick here. And you can see here, there are worms right in this material. Has a slight citrusy smell in here. I can see right there, it looks like there is a apple seed or a seed of some sort. Plenty of worms in this area. This is definitely a little thicker than I like. I usually like my bin a little bit more light and airy. I might need to leave the lid on a little bit to dry it out. But overall, it was looking pretty good here. There's still some material left. The worms are still working over here in this area pretty well. Now, I have to admit, normally if I wasn't doing an update like this, I probably would just put this back and leave it alone. There's plenty of food in here, so there's no food necessary. And then right here, you can see there's actually pot worms on the coffee grounds, which is very normal, I've found. I've found that my coffee grounds always get pot worms in them. They're a little bit more acidic, and they tend to go away pretty quickly once the coffee grounds are gone. So last little dig up here in the corner. Not much food over there. So we're going to bury this back down in here, I think. Just kind of, there's actually a huge amount of orange over here in this corner. So you can see, look at all the worms in there. I mean, they're just swarming all over this. And I mean, there is other food in the bin if they wanted it, but they were still going right after that orange where there's citrus peels in there. Let me just get some of these guys off. I got a ton of little worms on me now. Lots of little baby worms in there. I like to see this. So you can see there's little tiny worms. It's a huge age difference there, so it's not just all big, big mature worms. There's baby worms in here, and another one right there on my thumb. And that's a good sign. You want to see different age groups in your worm bins. You don't want to just see old worms or just big worms, I should say. The bigger they are, that means there might be something wrong with your bin if you're not getting little worms. So I'm fairly impressed with this. I was getting a little bit worried. Last time I think I checked in here, there weren't too many worms. Again, more worms in the center section here. Got a fruit fly right over here that's coming in here. Probably smells the peel. As I said, I might have to leave the lid off of this though and let it dry out a little bit, which I think will help keep that fruit fly population down. It's a little bit too moist, I think, right now. And the fruit flies, by the way, I want to say I do freeze all my food. The fruit flies are coming in through other various means. For some of the other videos that I make, I do a lot of things where I leave open food in the basement to do time-lapse videos and things like that. So I typically don't have issues with this, but it's been kind of persistent since they were introduced from some fruit a while ago. So again, more worms over here. Again, a variety of sizes. We have a big one right here. We've got a little one over here, and then a smaller, maybe about the same size ones. These are juveniles. This is definitely an adult worm. So good mixture of worms. Another smaller one right here. So it looks like this is going along really well, this bin. We are getting down to the, hopefully, harvest section of it. I'm not adding any more bedding. I'm not going to add food this time either, since there's still food that they're working on. I don't want to overfeed them. But it looks like this is getting some really, really good bedding material in here, and the compost, the bedding's breaking down, I should say, and the compost material is really starting to work its way in. Oh, I found a cocoon. Let's see if I can grab this little cocoon here. It's on a piece of paper right here. So I'm going to see if I can get a little bit closer here. Put it in focus right there. There's a little cocoon. So cocoons are in here too. So this is really looking good. I'm just going to dig up over here real quick. Again, there's worms all throughout the system, which is always a good sign. I like seeing worms kind of spread out, concentrated where there's food, but spread out everywhere else, just sort of looking, snacking around. So, but I think that's it for our update for this. We're not going to add any food. We're not going to change anything, at this time. Up here's another cocoon right here. I can grab this one. Right here, there's another cocoon. So I think it's focusing on it, but there we go. There's another one. So a couple cocoons in here, which is always a good sign. And sorry, you can hear my dog barking there, but he sees somebody outside. So we're going to cover this back up. We're going to put this rag right on top here where we still have the food from last time, just so we can kind of mark it. And that's going to be our update for this week. And thank you for watching. Again, let me know if you have any questions or thoughts. I know that one person, Joe, has given me a lot of thoughts, and he actually sent me a long email about some of the things that he feels that I should change with my bins. And I'm gonna go through those, but I haven't had a chance to fully read through and process everything yet. But I do read through all your comments. If you leave comments or suggestions and things, I do believe in listening. As I've said before, I'm not 100% expert on this. This is just stuff I'm doing for fun and experimenting with in my basement. So if you have any experiments you also want me to try, please let me know down below in the comments. And I can always take a look at maybe doing something in the future, changing something up, adding something that maybe wouldn't be added normally. I can do those things because I have so many systems that are working and really test things out. So with that, I'm going to cover this back up, and that's going to be my update for this week. If you're looking to purchase any items, please remember that I do have Amazon links down below in the description and the comments, and if you can, that's really helpful if you purchase something through them. It supports me and this channel. So thank you for watching.